Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into a classic, super atmospheric tale, the story of the clever mouse and the demon. Now, on the surface, you might be thinking, okay, it's just a simple fable. But honestly, as we unpack the layers today, we're going to expose a really fascinating and frankly, kind of dangerous relationship between wealth, our deepest desires, and our personal freedom.
So, let's just kick things off with a massive question, one that sits right at the very heart of this dark narrative we're exploring. Would you trade your freedom for endless treasure? Now, it's incredibly easy to say, no way, right now, sitting comfortably wherever you are. But when the ultimate prize is placed literally right in front of you, well, the psychology of human, or in this case, animal desire, gets incredibly complicated. Keep this question in the back of your mind as we walk through this story.
All right, setting the stage here with part one, a discovery in the dark. Picture this. It's a deeply mysterious, pitch-black night in the jungle. We're introduced to our protagonist, this small mouse. He's a survivor, highly intelligent, really knows his way around. But he's got a fatal flaw. His ambition leans dangerously into greed. In this duality right here, being incredibly smart but having this massive blind spot when it comes to material desire, that is the engine driving this whole narrative. It's a cautionary setup that, let's be real, a lot of us can probably relate to today.
So our clever little guy is wandering through a hidden corner of the jungle and he stumbles upon the ultimate jackpot, an ancient treasure hoard. We're talking mountains of gleaming gold, sparkling diamonds, and endless amounts of food. It's the ultimate lure. It's got everything he could ever physically desire to secure his future. No more struggling, no more scavenging, just absolute comfort.
But ultimate comfort rarely comes without a catch, right? Which brings us to part two, the demon's dark bargain.
Literally, the moment his tiny paws touch the treasure, the whole vibe of the jungle shifts violently. It's like the physical environment itself is reacting to its greed. A sudden, fierce wind starts howling through the trees, and boom! This terrifying demon materializes straight out of the shadows. And of course, the demon claims ownership of all this immense wealth. Suddenly, there's a very scary obstacle between the mouse and his new life of luxury.
The demon just laughs at him. He presents this chilling condition, telling the terrified, but still very greedy, mouse, "You must give me your most precious thing." The mouse pauses. His mind is racing. Deep down, he knows his most prized possession isn't some object. It's his freedom, the ability to just roam the jungle and make his own choices. But man, that shimmering gold is just blinding him. And that blinding desire leads us right into part three, trapped in a golden cage.
He takes the deal. And this perfectly illustrates the crazy paradox of his situation. Look at side A. He instantly gets the wealth. The gold, the diamonds, the food, it's all his. But look at side B. He completely loses his autonomy. The second he says yes to the demon, the trap snaps shut. He traded the invisible, priceless asset of his independence for heavy, tangible gold. The consequence is absolutely immediate. He suddenly finds himself locked inside this gleaming golden cage. Days go by. He's sitting there, surrounded by everything he thought he ever wanted. I mean, the food is endless, the diamonds are sparkling, but he can't leave. He can't run, he can't explore, he can't actually live his life. The treasure has literally become his prison. It's such a vivid metaphor for how material obsession can lock us into lives that look beautiful from the outside, but are totally suffocating on the inside.
Fortunately, our protagonist isn't just greedy. He's clever. Let's move to part four. The Great Escape. Finally, his natural intelligence cuts through the fog of his obsession. Sitting in that opulent prison, he has this huge realization and admits, "In my greed, I made the biggest mistake." This right here, this is the turning point of our explainer today. He finally gets that true captivity isn't just the physical golden bars around him, it's the psychological greed that put him there in the first place. Awareness is always step one to breaking out. And that realization kicks off his desperate escape plan. Here's how it goes down. Step one, he acknowledges the mistake. He owns up to his greed. Step two, he pivots back to his core strength, his intelligence. He stops staring at the gold and starts analyzing the bars. Step three, he weaponizes that intellect, using his sharp teeth to physically chew through the golden cage. And finally, step four, he bolts out into the dark jungle, leaving all that wealth behind while the furious demon is just screaming in the background. He chose the dangerous, uncertain freedom of the jungle over a safe, wealthy prison. Which brings us to the final lesson. Part 5, the true cost of greed.
After feeling the cold bars of that cage, the mouse never let greed control him again. And honestly, we need to redefine what wealth actually means based on this. True wealth isn't about stacking up material things. It's the combination of intelligence and freedom. It's having the wisdom to spot the hidden traps of greed and the power to preserve your autonomy above any worldly temptation. Because if your wealth traps you, it isn't wealth at all. It's just a totally different kind of poverty.
The moral of the fable hits the nail right on the head. Greed always steals freedom. Intelligence is the true wealth. It is a stark, powerful reminder that trading your independence for comfort, prestige, or a bigger paycheck is always a losing bargain. Your ability to think critically and move freely, that is, hands down, the most valuable asset you will ever own.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a provocative thought. Take a hard look at your own life, your career, your desires, and ask yourself, are you trapped in a golden cage of your own making? Are there places where you've subtly traded your freedom for just a little extra security or status? It's a tough question, for sure. But as our clever little mouse learned, realizing you're in a cage is the absolute only way you can ever start chewing through those bars. Thanks so much for joining me for this analysis. Keep learning, keep questioning, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.